Lero pa Nyasa VoiceBox tafunabweretseni kulankhula kwa Bambo Saunders Jumah kuchokera ku Muvi wa Chilungamo Revolutionary Party MRP. Iwowa akulankhula zokhudzana ndi mmene dziko lathu layendera mu zaka zapitazi, akuti ku Malawi kunoko ndiye tasintha atsogoleri komanso tasintha nzeru zoyendetsera chuma chathu cha dziko, kapena kuti ndondomeko zoyendetsera chuma, kapena kuti economic policy ndiye tayesa mapolisi osiyanasiyana koma dziko silikupita patali. Kuti vuto ndi chani? Ndipo kuona kwawo akuona kuti ayi vuto si ma policies oyendetsera chuma, si economic policy, koma vuto lagona ndi mmene ife a Malawi timachitira ndale zathu. If we change our politics, then the economy shall change automatically with it. Titikale modzi pano pa Nyasa VoiceBox timve kuti Saunders Jumah akuti bwanji pa nkhani imeneyi, ndipo akamaliza timati msango choka mutiuze maganizo anu in the comment section below pompano pa Nyasa VoiceBox.
Monire mose kumpoto mwatandalauli muliuli mwehuli mwachoma bwanji Central Region muli bwanji moyo uli bwanji tuzindire uli tuswelele uli Eastern Region, Eastern Province, moni Southern Province, Madogeratani, Shireveri, Moseliwa, our mountainous area, land of tea, fruits and everything, Mulanje, Cholo, Pilazulu, Palombe. Greetings in all Malawians that are in the diaspora. All of you, greetings. Today is Sunday, 16th November 2025. As we said on the 27th August in our press conference in Blantyre at Golden Peacock, we said we were not contesting in elections of 2025 because we realized that Malawi needs one project first before proper elections. And this project is mindset change. We are going to pursue it because we are the genesis of mindset change in this country. Even though some people tried to steal the idea, but an original idea remains with the originator. Fellow Malawians, our topic of the day: no economic transformation and social development will come into Malawi without the reset and reboot of Malawi's political setup and system. Let me repeat. No economic transformation and social development will come into Malawi without the reset and rebooting of Malawi's political setup and system. Fellow Malawians, today, the 16th November 2025, the 14th Revolutionary Party of Muvi Chilungamo is back with the hot and sensitive topic above. We should not expect any economic transformation. We must not expect any social development if our political system and lifestyle remains the same. So we need political rebooting and political resetting if we want to see any tangible change and development. Number one, ever since 1964 to date, Malawi has been running a political system that is the same, no change. Same political system. For 61 years, we are running one road. We are just walking in one road. In other words, we are walking in one place. Moving steps, but at the same place. Like maybe we are using a Trojan machine. Number two, even though we changed political styles from one party state into multi-party state, though by extension we have changed governments and leaders 6 times after Kamuzubanda, Malawi's political system and style remains the same. One will wonder how, because we have got UDF, DPP, Malawi Congress Party, Orthodox Alliance, People's Party, Malawi Congress Party. What do you mean is the system is the same? The foundation, political foundation, political beacon, political trigger pillar is just one. That's why our country is not moving forward. Number three, when I say our political system remains the same, I mean the following examples. One, political and economic policies remained the same of Kamuzbanda with Bagiri Mluzi. No difference. There was no difference. Same thing. Same background. Two, political and economic policies remained the same of Bagiri Mluzi with Professor Bingwa Mutarika. The political system remained the same. Number four, political and economic policies remained the same of Bingwa Mutarika with Peter Mutarika. Let me omit Madam Joyce Banner because she did not complete the full term of 5 years. So we cannot compare her at all. Second, or number four, political and economic policies remain the same of Peter Mutarika and Lazarus Chakwera. Many people ask, what do you mean? It's not the same. No, it's the same. Let me finish. Political and economic policies remain the same of Lazarus Chakwera with Peter Mutarika today. How? Fine, I'm coming. What are these similarities and policies that remained the same? What are the policies and similarities? Let me break them down. One, under Kamuzbanda, there was political killings, economic stagnation. All these were orders of the day for 31 years. The richest people remained the same. There was no economic multiplication and expansion. The people that had money, the type of Indians that were rich at that time are the same Indians that are rich today. The Malawians that were rich at that time are the same Malawians that are rich today. That tells that our political system has stagnated, has remained static. I'm coming. Under Bagiri Mluzi, political killings and economic stagnation became worse with the devaluation of our currency. It now grew up. It was now expanding, soaring. Three, under Professor Bingwa Mutarika, political killings became a wholesale enterprise. The economic stagnation continued with the deep devaluation of our currency, kwacha. These are the similarities, no difference, same. Under Joyce Banda, we witnessed the political and economic collapse with the devaluation of our kwacha to 44%, pushing the kwacha denomination from 1,000 under Bingu to 2,000 kwacha note, which was established at the government of DPP in 2016. Under Peter Mutarika, we saw the political killings and economic stagnation, seeing further devaluation and economic hardships of the people. These are similarities. If you argue, please bring your evidence, bring your facts, because mine are facts and visible. Everything goes down for 6 governments. Under President Lazarus Chakwera, we saw VIB political killings and worsening of economic stagnation with its dangerous devaluation of the kwacha, which was attached to blanket corruption. Every system of government, every department, corruption is there, has been there. And the devaluation was too deep, because instead of having 3,000 kwacha banknote, we had 5,000 kwacha banknote. 5 or 4. We cannot stand tall and swear that under Peter Mutarika now, corruption will not end, when the most senior positions in his government are held by men and women who are answering charges of corruption and mismanagement of taxes of citizens. Here the future can be foretold. You cannot ask a hyena to take care of your goats by telling you, by assuring you that once I get to be given this job, I'm going to be a vegetarian. No way. A hyena is going to prey on gods. A hyena will never be a vegetarian. So this tells that there's no change. Because once you put ministers that are having cases of corruption, and you entrust them with high positions again, how sure are we that they are changed? Because what we know is that a hyena will always prey on gods. A hyena will always prey on gods. A hyena will never be a vegetarian. So is a lion. Number 5. Under these six leaders and governments, we have witnessed the devaluation of our currency with the additional figures of zeros on our currencies. I'll give you an example. President Bakiri Muluzi found our currency at 100 kwacha banknote, and he changed from 100 to 200, and he continued changing from 200 to 500 banknote. And Malawians, don't be surprised. This is a sign of collapsing of an economy. Then came Professor Bingo Mchalika. He said, no, the economy is not standing well. Let me devaluate more. There was an introduction of 1,000 kwacha banknote. These are signs of a collapsing economy. Then came Professor Peter Mutharika after Madam Joyce Banda. Because of cash gate, there was a force or a need for further devaluation. So there was a 2,000 kwacha banknote. Now, in 2020 came Reverend Lazarus Chakwera, who said, no, the devaluation is not enough. We need to devaluate more. So from 2,000 banknote, we went far. Not to 3,000, not to 4,000, but to 5,000 kwacha banknote. Fellow Malawians, this is something to think about deeply. Number 6, these are visible examples of a failing economy and the suffering of the people, destroying the fabric of the nation. Number 7, if we can scrutinize the political and economic ideologies of the 6 presidents, we will realize that all these 6 leaders had different views and different policies towards this nation. We can't say the policy of Bakamuzbana was the same of Bakiri Muluzi. We can't say that the policies of Bakiri Muluzi were the same of Bingu Mutharika. We cannot lie that the policies of Bingu Mutharika were the same of Joyce Banda. Neither can we say that the policies of Peter Mutharika were the same of Lazarus Chakwera. These people have got their own political and economic ideologies and policies. But our economy continues and keeps falling down. And I want to tell you, UDF was an economic party or a united front. And DPP was a progressive economy, progressive democracy. And you must know that People's Party, it was a populist economy that wanted each and every Malawian to benefit. And under Malawi's party with the alliance, it was a conservative but liberal economy. These are different policies of leaders. These are different policies of governments. But the question mark is, all these policies, all these ideologies, why is our economy falling down continuously? It has to do with our political foundation. That's our mistake. That's our problem. That's our fault. Number 9. Malawians are finally asking this question. Why do all these ideologies and policies failing Malawi to develop? Everybody's asking that question. Because these are different leaders, different schools, different ideologies, different policies. But why is our economy continuously falling down, collapsing? Number 10. The truth of the matter is, if you cannot review our political pillars and beacons, no ideology or policy will work in this country. If we cannot change, reset, and reboot our political foundation, we must forget ever seeing this country transform. Number 11, if all of us as a nation can agree to overhaul, uproot, and remove the political foundation, built by Kamuzubanda, this country will change in less than 36 months. I will repeat this. If all of us as a country can agree that let's reboot, let's reset this country from one and put a new political foundation, political beacon, I'm telling you this country can change as quick as possible in less than 36 months. 3 years, Malawi will transform and become a middle-income country or more. Number 12. We must all know that when a country transforms its political system, economy transforms automatically. I want you to understand, when the country transforms its political ideology, political policy, or political system, or political foundation, economy transforms automatically. You don't need to change it, because once politics change, economy changes. That's why those of you that knows economy, they'll tell you that once a new government comes in, they say the currency of that state stabilizes or falls. In America, after Joe Biden left, Donald Trump win, the dollar excelled. Dollar went up. It goes with political policies. Now, in Malawi, if we don't change our political foundation, reset and reboot it, we must forget ever to see a transformational nation or a developed country. Number 13, of the population of this country, only those that have been privileged to travel outside Malawi into either Europe, America, Asia, Arabia, South Africa, in Africa, Botswana, Namibia, Zimbabwe, Zambia, and Tanzania, and some parts of Africa, will realize that Malawi's economy and social standards are stagnant and backward. Only those that have traveled, because they have this power to compare. They have that chance to compare how other people are living in other countries and how we live it here at home. So that comparison can make them realize that no, Malawi is moving backward. Malawi is moving in reverse. But 14, unfortunately, the largest population that has remained in the country, which totals maybe to almost 18 million, don't know what Malawi is moving in reverse and not moving at all, because they have not traveled. They have got nowhere to compare. They think that's how things must be, that's how things should and ought to be, because they haven't traveled and make comparisons. But those of you that have traveled will agree with me that for sure Malawi is moving in reverse. So this is the point, the reason why we of the revolution came here. We need to change our mindset if we want this country to move forward for the generation. And for us, we are saying it shouldn't change for the generation that is coming. It must change in our lifetime. While we live, we must see that change, because we are the doers and the makers of that change. Number 15, some critics can or may argue, pointing at government officials and presidents who globetrot in two places, into these countries mentioned above. The question is, why don't they bring what they see in those countries into Malawi? Critics who ask that question, but I'll tell you, for of course, a president can rule a country in Malawi in a year, but 3 months he will be outside the country. If we put all the visits that he makes, you'll find that 90 days he's been out of the country. If it is other presidents, then it's more than that, outside the country, globe-trotting the whole world. The question is, why don't they bring the change they see in other countries? I'll give you the answer. What Malawians that have not traveled outside the country do not know, unfortunately that they are in the majority, is that politicians love to oppress and rule ignorant people. Politicians, they love to govern ignorant people. Once a nation is upright and enlightened, politicians are always at bay. They are not happy because they don't want to govern people that are enlightened. Why? Because they believe in lies. They do this because their positions, their prosperity depends on the citizens who don't know anything. Let me repeat. They do this because their riches, their prosperity, their positions depends on the ignorant people who don't know. Number 17. Many of you will question, why are you exposing this? Why are you telling this? You're also a politician. You also want to be in the government. So why are you opening up? This is why we are a revolutionary party. We want to come and overhaul the entire system. We want to come and change the entire political foundation that this country has had 61 years ago. We want to bring a new system whereby a common citizen, a common person, a simple Malawian can see that there is movement of a country. There is development of a nation. There is movement of life. There is change of lifestyles. That's what we need. This is why we were born. Number 18. Some people can believe on the rhetoric that this country is poor, therefore it cannot develop or transform. And I'm telling you, maybe out of 21 million Malawians, 19 million people believe that this country is poor. The word of a politician. They will tell you that, you know what, if this country was rich, or we could just pluck money from the tree and give everyone. That is a rhetoric. The truth is, this country is the richest country. I'm saying this because the boundaries that divides Malawi and Mozambique, that divides Malawi and Zambia, that divides Malawi and Tanzania were drawn by human being, a British from London, from England, from Britain. So these British did not know what is underneath our soil. Didn't know what is underneath Mozambique, what is underneath Zambia, what is underneath Tanzania. He didn't know. But I'll tell you this, there was that interest that there's something in this country. So we cannot lie that what is in Mozambique is not in Malawi. What is underground Zambia is not in Malawi. What is underground Tanzania is not in Malawi. No. If Zambia has got copper, we might have nickel in this country. We might have gold in this country. If Mozambique has got gold, we have gold in Malawi. If Tanzania has got Tanzanite, we have Malawinite here. Should I tell you something? We have ruby, we have uranium, we have gold, we have rare earth, we have rutile, we have niobium in this country. So we cannot be lied to that this country is poor. Right, my answer is this. What present politicians want us and you to believe is that, or think, is that they themselves and their families must be rich and live luxury life and enjoy alone. They lie to us that this country is poor because they want to enjoy the life, the prosperity of this country, the riches of this country themselves, their families and themselves alone. They don't want you to open your eyes and demand, because if you open your eyes, you demand that we need it too. What do I mean? Let me continue, I'll come up to that. Number 20. If this country is poor, if this country is poor, tell me which president came into office and is poor today, from Kamzubanda to Peter Mutharika. Which president is poor? No one. From Kamzubanda, a richest man. Bakili Muzi, a richest man. Late Bingo Mutharika, a richest man. Madam Joyce Banda, a richest woman. Peter Mutharika, a richest man. Lazarus Chakwera, a richest man. Now the question is, why are they rich when the country is poor? Number 21. The truth is, just like Tanzania, Zambia, and Mozambique, Malawi is one of the richest nations, starting from fertile land for agriculture to land of tourism, as well as minerals. We are the richest people. Number 22, the problem of Malawi is political, not land. The problem of Malawi is political, not resources. Our country's problem is political. Politicians don't want to open up. Politicians don't want us to own our resources. I'll give you this example. Malawi can transform with only 3 minerals that we have. But I'll add another one to be 4. This country has got vast deposits of uranium, over 2 billion tons under Kalonga, Chitipa, the whole northern region. It's got 2 billion tons of uranium that is mined at Kairekera today. The question is, this mine started in 2007 or 2008. Where did the money go? Where is the money going when our currency is collapsing? When our social welfare is degraded, where is that money going? And you know what? There is now Ruta in Garcia Lilongwe. The entire Lilongwe is under, Lilongwe is on top of Ruta. And they say this mine will be mined 140 years to come. But I'll tell you, we are not going to see the benefits, the dividends of that mine in our lifetime because of politics. That's why we are saying the political foundation of our country needs to be overhauled, revamped, or rebooted. And it's not ending there. We have Ruby in jail that has made Americans and Pakistanis richest and billionaires. Yet Malawians, the owners of that resource, are the poorest. I was told by my grandmother is going to somewhere to register a name, someone who don't move, and an organization, an NGO from outside, is inviting all the people to go there and register so that they can be taken care of, not government. And I want to warn politicians, let's be careful with NGOs. The question is, if they are taking care of our grandparents, if they are taking care of our old people, what is their benefit? Because there is no something for nothing. There's no something for nothing. Anything they give has to give back. What are they getting, these people? Government must take over. That's why we need mindset change and political reboot and reset. Number 23, and the last one. Fellow Malawians, I'm reawakening a debate for this country to adopt mindset change project, so that in our lifetime, we must see and test economic transformation and social development in this country. In our lifetime, not after us. Not for our children, but we, in our lifetime, we must test, touch, and see that transformational development. And I want to say, it's possible and it's doable. Let us just embrace one project, mindset change, regardless of which political party you belong. Whether you are DPP, whether you are MCP, whether you are People's Party, whether you are UTM, whether you are Muvi, let us transform by adopting the new project of mindset change. That's the only thing that can transform this country. Nobody will come from outside the country to change our living. And you must know, they say, home sweet home. No one don't love his place of birth. Everyone wants to go where he was born. That is patriotism. So you are the one who was born there who can transform that area. You are the one who was born there that can change that area. You are the one who was born there that can transform and develop that area. Meaning, we can develop Malawi ourselves. But we have failed for 61 years because of our political fault foundation. Because our politics has got a fault foundation. So let's reboot, let's reset. By finishing, I want to convey our heartfelt congratulations to our new mayor in Blantyre City. We are the boys of BT. So we have a new mayor who is very spectacular because many people have spoken against him being a mayor. But I want to say something that is from the Bible. I'm not a church man, but we read the Bible all. It is coming from 1 Corinthians chapter 1, verse 26. It is saying, there shall be a time when God will make all educated people foolish so that the foolish ones can rule them. And this has been proven by the appointment or the elections, not appointment, election of Jomo Osman. I want to say this to Mr. Jomo Osman. Mr. Mayor, sir, education only removes ignorance, but it does not remove a stupidity of a person. Education only removes ignorance, but does not remove stupidity of a person. If someone is stupid, even if he's educated, he will remain stupid. Education will never remove that stupidity. It will only remove that ignorance. Now, I believe and we believe that you are going to be human enough and distinguished into this country that education has also betrayed this nation. Because all educated people have been in leadership, but this country is worse. Look at Blantyre, Nkolokosa, Chinyonga, Chitawira, Chilomoni, Bangwe, Ndirangi. Look at the roads in there, the potholes that are there. But the mayors, the members of parliament, the ministers, they have been all holders of degrees. Why are we driving in potholes? Now, if potholes are in towns, what about Kombwe, Blantyre Rural West? What about Madziabango, Blantyre Rural South? What about, let me say, maybe that side is better off Blantyre East because there is tea estates of white people there. So government is afraid they make sure that there's tarmac road to Cholo, tarmac road to Midima, tarmac road to Yasini, tarmac road to Zomba. But what about the areas where there's no white men, like Blantyre Rural West? So education has got no objective or any scream that identifies a human being. Human beings are human beings. Education never changes them, never changes their character. If you are stupid, even if you are educated, you remain stupid. So education only removes ignorance. So, Mayor, Mr. Mayor, don't be afraid. Be there and show the educated that education only removes ignorance. We need roads in Blantyre City, and we need roads in Blantyre Rural. I am Bantu Saunders Jumah, the revolutionary himself. Some people just say the utopia because he's a Pan-Africanist. Have a great day. Let's meet again. But this project must be debated in each and every room, each and every church, each and every community, each and every society. Let's debate mindset change for transformation. Thank you very much.